What's up, you guys? This is Super Sega Ultra 1997 here, and I thought, hold on. That's better. Okay, I thought I'd do yet another. I know it's been almost a year since my last Genesis collection video. I did that back in December, but I thought, hey, you know what? My collection has kind of changed since that video, but this time I'm going to split the video into two parts. Part 1 will just be my loose games, while part 2, it's going to be on my boxed titles. Well, yeah, without further ado, let's get started. First game we got Rambo 3, based on the movie of the same name. It's pretty alright for a movie license game. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. Really good beat 'em up. I like this game a lot. The only Power Rangers game I actually do own and I actually do enjoy. It's way better than Power of the Grid. I played that on Xbox Game Pass. I didn't really like that game. Then I got Wonder Boy and Monster World. It's alright. I think Monster World 4, I think that one's the better game. Even I play that on the Genesis Mini, but yeah. RoboCop versus the Terminator, the all-time best version of the game, way better than the Super Nintendo one from what I keep hearing. Dynamite Headdy, awesome game. Japanese version slightly easier than the US one, but still good. Better than the US version of Streets of Rage 3, that's for sure. Light Crusader. McDonald's Treasureland Adventure, an underrated treasure title. Virtual Fighter 2. Fighting Masters. I got this game 5 years ago for $5, and it's terrible actually. I don't recommend it. It's bad. Comic Zone. Alright, beat 'em up. Mickey Mania, The Timeless Adventures of Mickey Mouse. For a Mickey Mouse game, this game is hard. But the Genesis version is better than the SNES one. The Lion King. I like Aladdin the best, but this one's alright. And speaking of which, here's Disney's Aladdin. This is an awesome game based on the movie. If you love the movie, definitely go get it. I got my copy loose for like maybe $4 or $5. Toy Story. Another good Disney platformer, but it's really hard based on the movie. SWAT, City Under Siege. My uncle told me the arcade version's way better. Alright. Then we got Ranger X. Don't really care for that. Columns. Everyone knows Columns if you're a Sega guy. And Zero Tolerance, which... Zero Tolerance, don't get me wrong, it's impressive that they got a first-person shooter running on the Genesis. But the game itself isn't my cup of tea, personally. Alright, now we get to Stack 2. We got the American version of Streets of Rage 3. If you're going to play, I recommend playing Bare Knuckle 3, the Japanese version. I think that version's way easier and way better. But I have it. Cool Spot, got it for $5. Alright, platformer. The Revenge of Shinobi. This is the midlife crisis revision, or this is one of the later revisions where it got rid of some of the copyright characters like Rambo and Batman. But Spider-Man and Godzilla and the Terminator are still in the game, if I can recall, in this version. So no, unfortunately, this is not the first version of the game that I do own. And also, this is actually the only Shinobi game on the Genesis that I don't own in the box. But yeah, Sonic Spinball, Sonic 3D Blast. The only two Sonic games I don't own in box. I own the mainline games in box, but you'll see that in part 2. Ghouls and Ghost. Very good. The TurboGrafx version's a lot harder. This one's slightly easier only because you get like unlimited continues, but I do want to beat this one day for sure, even though I have to beat it 2 times in order to get the true ending. Yeah, sorry, my back's itchy, but anyways, Elysia Dragoon. Elysia Dragoon, though, it's a pretty decent game. This game is a bit of a collector's item now, too. This game is a bit of a collector's piece, but I'm happy to have it. I bought that game with my work money when I used to have a job. Twin Cobra, otherwise known as Tiger Heli in Japan. Alright game. But I do want to play the arcade one. And if I can recall, my uncle told me that they're gonna come out with a new, like, Toaplan collection with the arcade versions of not only Tiger Heli, but Truxton / Tetsujin and Zero Wing, which honestly I'll show that in part 2. Chakan Forever Man. As you can tell, it's rattly. I haven't played that game in ages, but I gotta play it again. Super Thunderblade. I don't like it. The music's alright, but I just don't like the game. Contra Hard Corpse. Pretty decent game. The US version's a lot harder. The Japanese one's slightly easier, so if you want to play this game on a somewhat easier difficulty, play the Japanese version. Castlevania Bloodlines. This one's awesome. I love this one. This has to be my favorite Konami game on the Genesis. I'm missing Hyperstone Heist, but I do plan to get it. Phantasy Star 4. The best in the Phantasy Star games. I like this one a lot. Only thing is, if you were going to get this game for your Genesis, I recommend just getting a loose cart, because getting this game complete in box is pretty dang expensive. Like, you're going to have to pay like almost an arm and a leg just to get this in box. So I really recommend you just buy this one loose. Just saying, if you want to save money. But if you really want the box for it that badly, then all I gotta say, go for it if you have the money. Boogerman, the Pick and Flick Adventure. Pretty nice game. If you're going to play this game or get this game, get it on the Genesis, because the Super Nintendo version is a lot more harder to find, and it's very expensive on the Super Nintendo. The Genesis one is on the more common side-ish, I think, but it's a lot cheaper too, so if you're going to buy this game, buy it for the Genesis. Just saying. Then we got Thunder Fox. I don't like this version a whole lot. I actually have played the arcade version. I think the arcade version's way better. I'm not gonna lie. The next one we got is Burning Force. Look how messed up my label is. Got this for $4 in 2017. Not a bad game. Pretty tricky later on, but it can be mastered over time. So yeah, Burning Force, not bad. Kid Chameleon. We already know how great this game is. It's an alright game for a platformer, but it's super long. Like, oh my god, it's really long. Yeah, I have it. Alright. The next one we got NHL 94. I only got this one for $1 back in 2014. 2014 for $1 loose. Why the fuck not? Just saying. The next one we got is Jurassic Park. Out of the Jurassic Park games on the Genesis, this one hadn't aged all that well. So, yeah. I only recommend this one if you're a diehard fan of the movie. Other than that, I wouldn't really recommend it. Then we have Jurassic Park Rampage Edition. Now, this one is the one you should play. This one's actually not bad. And, of course, Lost World Jurassic Park is actually pretty decent, too. It's a hidden gem, actually. If you're going to get any Jurassic Park games on the Genesis, I recommend getting these two more over the first one. Just saying. Then we got Midnight Resistance. Really fun game. Actually, the music here is actually better than the arcade version. The game is pretty good. It can be kind of tricky, but it's not bad. Saturday Night Slam Masters, an awesome wrestling game at Capcom. But I'm not gonna lie, I do prefer the Super Nintendo version more. I don't know, I like that version the most. That's like the version I play the most whenever I want to play Saturday Night Slam Masters. But it's a good game on both systems. You can't go wrong on both consoles. So yeah, Saturday Night Slam Masters, pretty good game. No said. The Ooze, that's alright. Wasn't really my thing. The original Toe Jam and Earl classic. Bonanza Brothers. Also classic. Animaniacs. And it's time for Animaniacs. I know the reboot's getting a season 2. I still need to watch like 4 more episodes of season 1, and I'm done with that. I've been kind of slacking off on that lately because I've been busy with stuff. But anyway, Rocket Knight Adventures, another awesome Konami title on the system. I love this game. Sparkster is not quite as good from what I heard, but I really do want to play that one day just to see the differences here and there. Then we got Ristar. Amazing platformer. Very, very underrated. It's unfortunate that this game never got a sequel, because I wish if this game were to have gotten a sequel, it would have probably been on the Sega Saturn or the Sega Dreamcast. Let's be real. And I wish the sequel would have happened, man. I would have loved to see a sequel to Ristar. Then we got Jewel Master. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I didn't quite get into this game. I know the cover art looks kind of trippy because he uses like elemental rings that shoots out like magic powers or what have you. But other than music, I just didn't quite get into it. But I have Jewel Master. It's all right. Next one we got. This one's my favorite game. This is Battle Mania 2 Daidenjo, otherwise known as Troubleshooter Vintage, a sequel to 1991's Troubleshooter, or 1992, I think, in the U.S. 91 in Japan and 92 in the U.S. for the first game. This one never got a release in the U.S., unfortunately. And I think I kind of know why, because the opening cinematic of the game, as well as the final boss, they have like this strobing like seizure effect where it's like flashing lights and stuff like that. And if somebody with epilepsy got exposed to that, it wouldn't turn out good. It would actually turn out ugly. So yeah, if you have epileptic seizures, and I don't recommend playing this game at all. I really don't if you have a history of epilepsy. But other than that, this is an awesome game. Definitely recommend playing it. It's great. Unfortunately, I had to go with a reproduction cart, mainly because the original Japanese version of the game is really, really expensive. That's like $1,000 around there. And I'm like, no, oh no, I would never pay. I would probably go as far as like maybe $400 or $500, and that's it. Anything higher than 500 or around the 500 range, no, just no. But yeah, I'm actually really happy I got a reproduction cart. But yeah, play this game. It's awesome. The next one we got is Ghostbusters, the one from Compile. This and along with the 2009 game are like the only 2 really good Ghostbusters games that are out there. But yeah, this game's great. It's from Compile, who you may know from Puyo Puyo and Musha, or LS as it's known in Japan. But yeah, pretty decent game. Then next one we got is Garfield Caught in the Act. The hit detection is pretty annoying at times, but once you get past that, it's okay, actually. It's an alright game. If you love Garfield and Friends and the Garfield comic strips, you might get a kick out of Caught in the Act. Then this is Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. I know I had this copy for 5 years, and the label, to this day, is still beat up. And the reason for that is because the previous owner who owned it decided to put a Blockbuster sticker on the cart, on the label itself. I don't understand why they did this back then. It's kind of stupid, but it's whatever. But yeah, Ultimate MK3, the only Mortal Kombat I don't own in box. It's pretty good. All right. The next one, my hair just got in my face. My hair's growing long too, so yeah. The next one we got is Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition. I'm not gonna lie, it's not a bad port. It's still a decent port, but it still doesn't compare to the PC Engine version of the game. I hear since that version I hear is actually a really decent version. I think I hear it's even better than the Genesis one. But regardless of that, I do prefer Street Fighter 2 Turbo on the Super Nintendo more over Special Champion Edition on the Genesis, but it's still an alright game. I also heard the artist who did the cover art for this game recently passed away, which that's pretty unfortunate. May the artist for the artwork rest in peace. But yeah. All right, and then last but not least for like stack 3, it's Road Rash 2. The only Road Rash game I have, I need to get part 1 and 3, but this is pretty good. Yeah. The next one we got this game. This game right here is pretty good. This is Gyara's or Gary's or whatever you want to call it, or this is an awesome shmup. Definitely check this one out. Then we got Shining in the Darkness. Meh, I don't like it. Then we got Shining Force 1. Shining Force 2. Not bad. And of course, this is not mine. This is my uncle's game. When I first got my Genesis in 2014, 7 years ago already it was, when I first got my Genesis, this is actually one of the first games he actually let me borrow. But yeah, this is pretty good. It's alright. The Japanese version is actually based off an anime OVA called Spirit Warrior or something like that, but I do want to get that OVA a chance one day. Then we got the Vector Man games. Vector Man 1 and 2. Out of the 2, Vector Man 2 is my favorite. I don't know, I just like part 2 the best. But the first game is still pretty good. Still pretty good. This is Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle. Got that for $8. It's alright. Then I got Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Got that for $5. The Adventures of Batman and Robin. Alright game, but it's really difficult. A really hard Contra-like game, but it's actually not bad once you get used to the difficulty. Alright, then we got X-Men 2 Clone Wars. Yeah, look how bad that label looks. I got that. Pretty good. My only European Mega Drive game I don't own in box. This is Quack Shot, starring Donald Duck. I got this one for like a good couple dollars in 2016. I got this one for really cheap, if I can remember. Target Earth, otherwise known as Assault Sulanos in Japan. I got this for $2 in 2014. 7 years. So I had this game for about 7 years now. Crazy. Then we got Tommy Losada Baseball. May Tommy Lasorda or Losada or whatever, may he rest in peace. But yeah, but for a launch title, a baseball game for the launch of the Genesis in 1989, this is actually a really good baseball game. I'm actually really impressed by it. So yeah, I really recommend getting this one. And the best part, it's actually dirt cheap. It's on the cheap side. Even in box, you can find this for a good deal. So yeah, not mine game, my uncle's. This is Arrow Flash. Alright, shmup. Then we got Pugsy. It's okay. It's an alright game. Then of course we got World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. And last but not least for stack 4, NBA Live 98, which I got for $5, I think, on eBay in like last year, 2020. And of course, this is actually one of the few Genesis titles, along with Lost World and possibly Virtual Fighter 2, to come out in 1997 for the Sega Genesis. That's a pretty late release cycle for the Genesis. I mean, by 1997, people already moved on to the PS1, Sega Saturn, and N64. The N64 was already a year old by the time these games came out, which is crazy to think about. Alright, then next one we got for stack 5, Zoop. Zoop is actually a pretty fun puzzle game. I like that one a lot. The next one we got is Lightning Force, or aka Thunder Force 4. Awesome shmup. I love this game. No matter what you call this game, I fucking love this game. This game is amazing. If you have a Sega Genesis and you're a shmup fan, if you don't have this game, either Lightning Force or Thunder Force 4, the fuck is wrong with you, man? Get this game. That's good shit. The next one we got is Frogger. Now, this game actually has a bit of importance to it. This was actually one of the last releases on the Genesis This came out as late as October of either October or November of 1998, which ended the Genesis's or the Mega Drive or the Sega Genesis's 9-year run in the US, which is crazy to think about. So in a way, this is actually the Sega Genesis swan song. So yeah, but this game has a bit of importance to it. I got it for like, I don't know, like $3, but yeah, I actually do like this version's graphics more over the Super Nintendo one, because the graphics in the Genesis version look more identical to the arcade version. I don't know, that's just my opinion. As you can tell, this label has seen better days. Look how gross this label looks, but yeah, I have it. The next one we got is Arms Battle Tank. This is also my uncle's game. I don't like it. Crossfire. This is one of those games that's like a mixture of like genre games. It's actually pretty unique. I only got this one for a good couple of dollars. It's not bad. All right, then let me just get these games right here, because this is like the last one of them anyway. We got Pitfall: The Mania Adventure, Miss Pac-Man, R.I. Port, Subterranea. I don't like it. Heavy Nova. I also don't like. I don't like this game. This game is terrible. This game is just really bad. Got it for $5 and it is shite. Don't play it. Techno Cop. Also don't play this one either. This game is pure anal sauce. This is now next one I got is Eternal Champions. When I first played Eternal Champions, I used to think this was like the best game on the Genesis. One of the best games of all time. And playing it again now in 2021, it's like it's not as great as I remember it to be, but you know, it's okay. I think the Sega CD version I hear is better. King of the Monsters Part 1. Light Thunder Fox. I like the arcade one a lot more compared to the Genesis version. Then we got Atron Sanita's Monaco GP 2. And Super Monaco GP Part 1, which is actually the cheapest Genesis game I ever got. The cheapest game I ever bought for the Genesis. I got this for as low as 99 cents. I should you not. 99 cents. So I got a pretty decent deal on it. The game itself is alright, but I got a pretty decent deal on it. So yeah. Anyways, you guys, this is all of my loose carts, my loose Sega Genesis games. That's about it for part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 as we go over the box games. Anyways, this is Super Sega Ultra signing out for now. Peace.